This is a story of the ugly troll demon. So sit back, relax, because you just might find something lurking in the shadows. On a bright summer's day in July 2000, I finished work at a local bake in West London and proceeded home. Once home, I gathered all my files from my car and went straight inside. My mother and father were sitting down watching television. I went straight upstairs to my little box room and changed into some jogging bottoms and then a t-shirt, and went back downstairs to the bathroom, did ritual cleansing before praying. After completing my prayers, I ate a little food and went upstairs for a nap. The time was approximately 6:30 p.m. While sleeping, I had a very creepy and strange dream. The dream was basically a rerun of everything I had done in the last hour and a half. Leaving work and driving home, picking up my files, going into my house, changing, washing, praying, eating, and then going up for a nap, only difference being that when I opened my bedroom door, I saw myself sleeping on my Japanese-style futon bed. I could see myself sleeping, and then, to my shock and horror, there was an ugly and frightening troll-like thing sitting at my feet. The thing was squatting and had a dark brownish hairy body and very big claw-like feet, big ears, and big red bulging eyes the size of snooker balls and without pupils. Its arms were thin but muscular and it had very sharp and long nails. It was just looking straight on and didn't even seem to notice me. It had freaked me out so much that I launched to attack this creature with a ceremonial sword that I used to have hung on my wall, shouting at it, and before the sword touched it, I suddenly awoke shouting. I remember thinking that whatever that thing was not good, and it left me shook and frightened. That night, I slept on the couch downstairs with the TV on. I couldn't believe how vivid and real the dream was. It was a carbon copy of everything that had happened from the time I left up to work up until the time I entered my room. A few days later, I met the imam of our local masjid, and I told him about my dream. He told me that what I had seen was a demon because in Islam, demons stand at a person's feet. He told me that I should seek refuge in God and pay some alms to a poor family and ask them to pray for me. I've done a few Ouija board sessions in that particular room way back in the mid-1980s at the age of around 10 along with my older cousins, and I believe that this demon may be a result of my stupidity in doing such things in my house. Even though as a child I used to hear an echoed shouting in my ears and a noise that I can only describe as dishes being smashed. I also saw, when a child, small men like gnomes walking along the windowsill on the floor. In recent times, summer of 2009, I took a photograph of my daughter at my parents' house and a thick, wavy-like smoke cloud was captured behind her. When I tried to access the photo on my phone, it said inaccessible and there was a large red cross in that particular file. This had never happened with any other photo before or after I took this photo. In the very same room, this cloud-like mist appeared again on a photo that my younger sister took of my nephew and cousin. Whatever this thing is, it seems it appears more around small children, which leads me to suspect that it could be the same very demon that used to harass me as a child, but I'm not entirely sure. A demon named Celia Hart. It has been a very long time since I was last on this site, and as you can see from this title, I am in need of help. I am currently 16 years old and have been in contact with the paranormal since I was a child. However, this has nothing to do with my problem at hand. I'm in need of advice of how to banish the spirit. I'm not entirely sure. From a living, breathing person, my girlfriend is being haunted by a spirit that I suspect is demonic. The spirit's name is Celia Hart. She was alive during the Civil War and was a murderer, according to my girlfriend. Finally, the family of her victims caught up with her and her boyfriend, Jay, killing the two of them, including Celia's newborn child. She died, but her spirit never left. Whenever I first met Kelsey, my girlfriend, I would notice that at random times during the school day she would withdraw herself from whatever conversation she would be having and not talk or even respond to anything anyone would ask her. When we began dating, she told me about Celia and how they were close friends. At first I thought nothing of it, but Celia has been taking over more and more, and I've begun to notice that when she takes over, she is hurting Kelsey. Once while she was walking down a set of stairs, she blacked out and broke two of her ribs. And on top of that, whenever I'm trying to call or text her, if Celia is in control, she responds with anger and dangerous threats. Whenever I respond, she threatens to hurt Kelsey even more or even kill her, then come to me. I tried fighting back, but one night in my sleep I had a dream that I was strapped to a chair in a dark room being tortured by a man with a silver dagger. After I woke up the next morning, I walked into the bathroom and saw a large scratch across my chest. I was scared, and I am still, for both Kelsey and my safety. Please, I need to know how I can remove both of these spirits from both of our lives.